Surprise, I am your guest host for the day. Hope everyone is doing well. We're going to make this, seems that we have a small, intimate crowd, so we can make this conversation interactive. So we're going to talk about social media that converts. So how many people are active on social media? How many people post lots of their real estate on social media? Okay, so that's the first thing that needs to change, right? So here's the basis of this. The word social media. So when you think about social media and a platform, Jessica, what do you go to social media for? You're going to mute yourself.
To stalk people. That's really the only reason why I'm on social media.
Exactly. Sophie, what do you go to social media for? Oh, wait, you got to mute yourself.
To see what everyone's doing, what's going on. I don't consider it stalking.
Stalking is like is looking at people's profiles that you don't follow. So look, all in all, like I think we want to just identify that all people are like us. They go on these platforms, and if you look at when Facebook was created, you needed to have a .edu name, and it was a way for people around the entire country that were in multiple colleges and stuff to stay connected, right? So there is a social aspect to this. And I think what people don't realize is what they put out there is almost what I would say is like a self-fulfilling prophecy. As real estate salespeople, what do we always fear people to think of us?
That I'm annoying.
Annoying? Okay. Anyone else?
Too salesy.
Bingo. And if we're too salesy and all we post about on our social media is sales, what does that tell people?
That we have commission breath.
Yeah, I love that saying.
Yeah,
exactly. So here's some like actual practices, right? If you're going to share a real estate post, right? So does anyone want to give me a link to their social media in a real estate post? And I'm literally going to pull it up on my screen. I'll show you how we could have rewritten to make something in real estate a lot more interesting. Okay, Corey, drop your Jessica. All right, I'll do a couple of these. I think practical applications with the framework to follow is really one of the best ways to do this. All right, so just drop your link in the chat.
Do my profile? Is that what we're asking for here?
Yeah.
Okay, my screen name is screenshotted.
All right, hold on. Just put it in the. Corey Wayne, New York City. If you're in New York City, make sure you sign up and attend the fireside chat with Robert and Matt that I'm moderating. Same thing. Jessica, the thing will fill up. There's going to probably be like 300 people there. Okay. All right, so his has a lot of his stuff in it, right? So if you look at, wait a second. So if you look at this, this is again on a computer screen, not a cell phone, but it's like, these 9 pictures is your online resume, right? So you see a sharp guy in a suit, you see a guy in a car, you just see a random room, you see a New York City skyline. I love this. And this, right? And then you see a little bit of him as a human, an elevator and a dog. So look, all in all, Corey, when I come to this, like I see a person, right? I don't see like a spammy realtor. Let's look at your real estate post. So what was interesting about this listing for you?
Just that it overlooked Washington Square Park and then the terrace upstairs. It's like a massive terrace upstairs overlooking the park as well. I narrated this also. I don't know if you want to do the sound, but
So I'm always a fan of leading with questions, right? And if I were to rewrite this post, one, the cover image would be an image of overlooking the park, right? I'd take like the best view and I would set that as the image. Then the next thing that I would write is, have you ever wondered what it's like to live in New York City and overlook Washington Park? You know, what is it? You know, come see what it's like to experience enjoying Washington Park views and a terrace that you can have a glass of wine, enjoy sunsets. Like you literally want to sell the experience of being there because that's what you really want people to connect with, right? So someone might want to watch this. I might watch this video just because I'm interested in like the park and the view and what it's like to have a terrace in New York City. Like that would be a lot more interesting, right? Versus excited to show this cottage-like duplex. So excited to show means this is about you. You want to make it about them, right? It's getting people to think about what you want them to think about through visuals and words, and then sell the experience. Does that make sense to everybody? It's storytelling. All right, we'll go do another one. Is this all helpful for you to see like actual practical applications to this as opposed to more in like theory? All right, cool. Oh, these ones have links. All right, so Jessica, you're next on the list.
Yay. I'm like embarrassed, but whatever.
Okay, hold on. He was asking me to restart my whole Zoom if I want to share the audio. So pictures of you and Robert, like these things are good. Let's look at this one.
Not seeing that. We're seeing your credit card information, which is interesting.
My
Also,
credit,
that's what I'm seeing on this.
my
video.
credit card information.
Yeah, about like Zen something. Now I'm seeing me.
Oh, cool.
Mhm.
So Robert Refkin came to the office today and dropped lots of gems and jewels, right? So I would phrase this: have you ever wondered what it's like to work at a company where you see your CEO? Have you ever wondered what it's like to work in a publicly traded company where a publicly traded company where you see your CEO all the time in your office? One of the things I love most about at Robert Refkin and Compass is how Robert always takes the time to come by and hear a few of the key lessons that we've learned today that can apply to anybody.
So you're saying make it like a question mark. Is that what you're saying in moving forward?
You start off with questions. If people are intrigued by the question, they'll go and read like what you're doing, and then always figure out what value am I adding to somebody to do this. If not, you're like stealing people's time and then looking or even scrolling up, right? All right, let's find a real estate post now. This is a real estate post. Okay, here we go. So if you go back here, sorry, if you look at this, she put the money shot in first, right? Now, exciting newsletter, introducing a stunning one residence penthouse, boasts all these things and everything else. So if you look at penthouses, right? Have you ever wondered what it's like to live in a New York City penthouse and what it looks like inside, ... And then start talking about the place, the experiences, like what do people love about this, right? Like the views.
Yeah, the view and the outdoor space, which I think I did.
So think about it, like people are out there, Jessica, that would be interested in knowing what these views from penthouses are like, what these terraces are like, you know, the feeling of being in New York with a view like this. Look, you could say anything you want about New York City. You sit outside and you look at this view, it captivates everybody. But think about how many people are out online that have never even had the opportunity to like see something like this.
Okay. Can I just post with not a blurb on the bottom? Like that would make my life a lot easier.
No.
Okay.
All right. So we'll go to the next one. This is fun. Let's see, what does this one say? So this one, call the Clarks. I love that. I would say is things to do when visiting Sonoma County. Did you know it's more than just wine, right? Or something along those lines. So from our favorite pizza places and stuff, it's like, you know, DM list, and we'll send you a list of our favorite places for when you visit. Make sense? Call the Clarks. This is a great video, and this adds a lot of value. Some of them go a little fast, right? Where you can't really see the place. See, this is a good post. You see it got lots of engagement. I love the fast style video. Like, this is a winner. All right, now let's go to one of your real estate posts.
Is that intentionally fast? Or were you just flipping through it?
No, it was intentionally fast.
Yeah, I find that I can't even watch it. It gives me motion sickness, and it's like strobe lights. So just a warning for people who have
See, and
visual.
So this says Zillow predicts the 10 hottest markets of 2024, right? I wouldn't even put the word Zillow. I would just write top predictions for the want to know the predictions for the top housing markets in 2024. And then I would just source Zillow here. All in all, this is a good profile. These things I'm not a fan of, right? Like, I don't know how many people go on here to do this, but if I was going to post this, I would write my observations of the markets as, based on the information. If you're buying a home, this is what you need to know. If you're selling a home, this is what you need to know. Call the Clarks for more personalized information. All right, before I get to the next profile, to check in with everybody, who here got a good nugget of information and something they feel they can do from these profile edits? Who here has a question that's not answered that would like to drop it in the chat? And then we'll get into actually thinking through content and content pillars and all that other fun stuff. Oh, I love all these ocean pictures. Yep.
So these are mostly static posts that you're showing, but do you prefer reels, or do you think reels engage people more, or what's your feeling about reels?
I
Stories.
just had this meeting with, stories are the best, right? Because stories is a place for you to document your day. No one has a clue in the world what a real estate agent actually does. But the way that people talk about it, it's like, hey, I'm in the kitchen, I'm showing a house. No shit, you're in the kitchen showing a house. Like, I can see that, right? So, if I were documenting a day, or I've encouraged people to do this, Sophie, for 7-8 years, and no one has done this yet. I would hire a videographer, or in these days, you can just find a college kid, right? Because what they can do is in many, many times better than like a full production team. And I would say, I realize that most people have no idea what an agent does in exchange for the compensation they pay. So stay tuned. Over the course of the next 30 days or less, I'm going to peel back the onion and walk you through what it's like to actually work in a realtor, right? And then there's somebody following you around. It's like, look, I get to the office and like, look, all days start with this. And if you have an inbox filled with stuff, these are all requests and thoughts that things that other people care about. So customer service is all about keeping to yesterday's promises before making new ones today. So my day generally starts like this. So now I have 5 listings I'm working on, but the one we're going to focus on is 123 Main Street. Here's where we are in the process. Here's the plan. Now here's how it's executed. Find a listing that's going to sell in 14 days or less, or just document it, right? This Gary Vee thing, document versus create. I personally like Reels just because I like making video. But as I was informed by my marketing CMO, is she said, Chirag, there's a group of people that like Reels. There's a group of people that like static images, and there are a group of people that like carousel posts. You only do one of 3. So as agonizing as it is, you've just trained the algorithm to really focus on your Reels because you don't do anything else. So now you'll see more static posts on our page, as well as carousels. Personally speaking, I like video. You can share a lot more information in less time, and you can really add value, and people could actually see your physiology, your body language, your excitement, your tone, like all those things make a huge difference. All right, let's go to the next page audit. Donna, spring break. All right, so my first question, Donna, is why are what all the college spring breaks? So this says luxury real estate advisor. And then the first thing says spring break. So my question is why?
Because we're a vacation destination and a lot of our buyers are buying second home or vacation homes for rent. Can you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I know 30A, I have clients in 30A. I don't necessarily understand, to me, how this correlates 1 to 2.
Well, I guess I probably should have explained it. It is spring break. It gets really busy. The roads are busy. The restaurants are busy. Everywhere's packed. And we know that the busy weeks are the weeks that we don't want to be on the streets. And people who come to visit
don't want to come for a bunch of college spring, don't want to be there when a bunch of college spring break kids are.
Well, the college kids want to be here, but a lot of time parents or people who are coming with smaller kids will plan around that. Yes.
So I would write the weeks to avoid 30A, right? Be like, unless you're looking for this, and this, these weeks, our beaches and our towns are crowded with people from 42 different universities over the course of these 2 weeks that are at spring break. So if you're looking for a spring break experience, this is a great week. If you're looking to enjoy some of the things that most people enjoy here about it, this, these are good weeks. So think about this: communication without context is miscommunication.
Yeah, and I'm guilty.
I'm guilty too. So look at this. My advice to you is, if you're a luxury real estate advisor, I would kill all these spring break posts. Like I would have checked out and left.
Okay, I'll pull them out. That has nothing to do with it. It was just a pretty foggy day.
So share stuff, right? Like, how do you feel on a foggy day? And looking at this pretty bayou, fog makes me think of this, and this, and make me feel like this, and this. When you see this image or have a foggy day, drop a comment on how you feel. Engage a conversation. Ooh, what's this? So when this says don't miss this, what is this? That's my first question.
It's a light festival with people and animals lit up.
So the first thing is that I would ask is, have you ever been to a light festival? The Sea Light Festival in 30A features this, or this. Do you kind of get the theme here?
I do.
All right, cool.
Thank you.
And by the way, these are great things to go on ChatGPT for, right? You could go into ChatGPT and say, ChatGPT, I'm a real estate agent that wants to be positioned as a community expert in a potential buyer's mind. For the Sea Light Festival at 30A, please write a 100-word caption on why someone would be excited to go visit the Sea Light Festival. And I'll literally write you something. You just keep asking questions and edit it. So we all don't need to be copywriters anymore. I would post it minimum 3 times a week.
Couldn't she put one of those pictures in ChatGPT and prompt it to respond to that photo with whatever she wanted?
Probably. I'm not like a chat GBT expert like that. I use it for like basics, but I'm very adamant about my voice and the way that we communicate with people. So it's good for some stuff. It's good for, you figure out how to make it work for you. But I think what you're saying is 100% correct. All right, our last one. All right, so Bill, this is a little bit of an awkward picture of you with it looks like a napkin and a thing of wine, right? That'd be my first thought. But other than that is, again, I would ask a question like, what do you enjoy most about the holiday season, right? One of the things that I love being an agent at Compass Mower is during our holiday party, our CEO came by and then share a few good traits. It's like, what's one good trait that you respect in a leader? All right, let's look at this one. See, this is interesting. The hot or not in the cover shot, and I would just make this a little bit simpler. I believe you have to put all this information out based on New York State advertising guidelines, which are stupid and outdated. See, your hot or not is not here. All right, let's see what we have here. Does your must-have list for a new home include a pool? Dive into discussion. Let us know your preference. All right, this is good. But you're talking about a pool, but I don't see a pool. There it is. So I would start with the pool faster. Podcast, great. So Bill, what's this podcast about?
I'm sorry, I'm driving, but I just started it because I have a pitch with it. With COVID, I had the opportunity to go through several neighborhoods that I service, and I realized there were quite a few businesses that I didn't know existed. And I went back after the pandemic was over, and quite a few of them were gone. So I made a pledge to myself to start showcasing a lot of these businesses and people in the community that are making changes or influences in the community. And I did the first one this past Sunday, and I have to still work out some kinks, but I had this plan a year ago, but I didn't. I was kind of shy doing it, but I just said, what the hell, I'm just going to go for it.
All right, so I would go back and I would say it's like, behind every local business is a great local person, and then frame it from that thing. So get to know the people who have businesses in your community. Think about it like that, right? Make it about people and connection and caring and contribution, and make it really clear what the podcast is about, right? So say I had a podcast. Hey, welcome to this episode. Welcome to podcast episode 1 of Ask Me Anything, where we sit here and do live coaching sessions for 30 minutes where agents can come and ask anything that they want. That would be clear as to what the value of that is, right? All right, one more audit, and then I have Carrie. I'm going to answer your question first. I think everyone should do it on a personal page. If not, it's not like the TikTok algorithm, which actually gives people what they want, they're looking for. If not, you're just going to literally be posting stuff and no one's going to see it, unless you have a big ad budget. And look, on the personal professional thing, I think people hire people. So if people get an idea of who you are and what you do and what you're passionate about, I think it's a great way to build rapport. All right, so let's go to our last audit. All right, Susie, kill the want to get top dollar for your home. If you want to change it, I would change it how to maximize the equity in your home. Five tips to sell your home faster and for more money. So it's a good concept, but just think about the words you use associated with it. All right, here's a real estate post. So if you're going to show clutter catastrophe, I would show the before and after.
So that
And I
put
would-
this post got 34,000 views, but
You want to know
nobody.
why?
Why?
Because
Because-
this looks really nice. Right. And I think the clutter catastrophes, like I like the
Okay.
way that you describe all this stuff. Like here you told the story, right? Like I could picture this in my head. And like, you know, in real estate those days, no matter how big the house is, if the room feels small when you walk in it because the people are hoarders, it's gonna feel small to you. Just looks like a local business. I like this. So this right here is engaging. Now I'm like, well, the year of the five. What is the year of the five? Now I'm inclined to go over it. So I think the way that you write is good. Right? But you want to get away from anything that says like one top down. This is the same picture twice.
I know. Go ahead.
So this one, tell a story and add information the same way you did in these other.
Okay.
So look, social media that converts comes down to one simple concept. How do you engage and have people engage? When you think about your brand, you have to think about what are your content. So content pillars are just subjects and things that you're sharing, right? So if you look at some people's content pillars, it could be like fashion, family, fitness, food. It could be real estate. It could be boating, whatever it is. Who are you and what are your pillars? So we could actually talk about this for an extended amount. Matt has a lot of this stuff. Spangler has a lot of this stuff in his marketing course that we shared with you. And if that's not of interest to you, at least go to the free fireside chat that we're doing with Robert, Matt, and they're giving you a whole bunch of golden nuggets. All right, so I hope I lived up to my hype and being a good host today. Kate was not able to, a personal emergency, wasn't able to make it. So who here got something good that they feel they could do? That's great. What about my friend and Rob? Let's see, raise your. You good? So look, at the end of this, I would post a minimum 3 times a week. I would 1 real estate post, 2 about everything. You don't want, like it says in your Instagram profile that you're a real estate agent. But believe me, people get it. Can you all hear me? Okay. So look, people know that you're a real estate person. They talk about, I always think when people want to live or moving somewhere, explore, experience, dine are always great. Where are the things to go see? What are the best things to do? And everyone wants to know what the best food, restaurants, drinks, happy hours, etc. That's being a real community expert. So as always, love my heart. I love you all. And I will see all of you back for my sessions on Monday, Tuesday. Make sure you attend the prospecting series tomorrow. Best class ever. Thank you, Ken. Touch my heart.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Thank
welcome.
you.